Good afternoon and welcome to Live at 5 on WBON Channel 9, WBON Channel 9, where every local story starts here. And we're starting very local here in Richmond today. There was some tense moments in the City Hall in Richmond last night when it came to a vote regarding an incentive for being vaccinated. This comes during the record-breaking surge of COVID in the county since the pandemic began. The Richmond City Commission met in regular session where one of the line items, the controversial incentive plan to pay $500 to encourage employees to get the COVID vaccination, was narrowly approved. City Manager Rob Meinerich did point out that this is not a requirement. However, Commissioner Kristen Arnold objected to the $500 incentive, calling it an enticement. This led to a back and forth between multiple commissioners. However, the incentive plan passed by a 3-2 vote, with Mayor Robert Blythe tipping the balance with his vote in favor. This incentive is in addition to the $1,000 given to all employees who worked during the pandemic. The funds are not coming from taxpayer dollars. However, these monies are allocated from the American Rescue Plan Act. For more information on what the ARPA is and how it works at the city government level, WBON TV spoke with City Commissioner Ed McDaniel, who was one of the yay votes in last night's meeting for the stipend. To get details on these funds and what they can be used for, here's Marissa Hempel.
The American Rescue Plan Act funds are allocated to multiple cities across all of the Commonwealth. City Commissioner Ed McDaniel explains what these can be used for, besides what was discussed last night contentiously in the Richmond City Commission meeting.
Oh, they're allocated just for the use of COVID relief to reimburse cities for what they've spent out during the COVID pandemic. And then, it can also go to certain items for departments, to aid in the relief of COVID and such. And we're getting a lot more leeway as we move forward with this from the government as to, where the funds can go and how they can be utilized and stuff like that. So it's kind of a weekly thing where we just see what they've approved this time.
McDaniel says that this weekly discussion about the ARPA funds and how they can be dispersed among the city of Richmond is in flux every single week, as the state government, who disperses these, has become more lenient as to what the funds can be used for. However, to reiterate, he says this does not involve taxpayers' dollars.
And they disperse it to the cities, and then the cities do what they have to do with the funds.
Commissioner McDaniel outlines some of the needs that Richmond has with which these funds can be used for.
Just like we discussed in the workshop meeting, we're looking at ways that this money could benefit the homeless here in Richmond. We're also looking at buying a armored vehicle for the police department. That's become somewhat of a necessity over the last couple months that we provide the department with that. So we're looking at utilizing that. We're also going to be able to utilize the funds to help with the park project over at the Armory.
You can get a full recap of all the goings-on at City Hall right here on your Wallingford Broadcasting stations. Stay tuned for more updates as these ARPA funds are dispersed. For WBONTV.com and Channel 9 News, I'm Marissa Hempel.
Thanks, Marissa. The Richmond City Commission also continued action to create the park at the old Armory by approving a $50,000 for the building's demolition. City Commissioner Rob Meinerich told commissioners the bid was a very satisfactory deal. Well, parents of Farristown middle schoolers received a call this morning regarding a lockdown situation at the school. The call reported that the students were safe and the lockdown was quickly lifted. A letter issued to families from the principal of the school upon dismissal this afternoon read, "Dear families and Farristown families, this morning a situation arose at the school that caused school officials to place the building on a lockdown for a very short period of time. We take the safety of our students and staff very seriously and place the building on lockdown in response to a serious behavioral issue with a student. The lockdown was out of an abundance of caution and an effort to minimize the disruption to the learning environment. Once the situation was under control, we lifted the lockdown and resumed our day as normal. We appreciate the cooperation of all of our students students, staff during the situations like this. We do not believe any real threat was posed to our students or staff, but we did feel that it was best to isolate and resolve the situation without interruption or distraction. Thank you for the privilege of working with your children and for your understanding that we take every issue of safety and security very seriously. We are committed to keeping the lines of communication open between home and school. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call. And that was signed, sincerely, Angie Alexander. She is the principal of Farristown Middle. Richmond was bustling today. If you've been out and about, you may have noticed an increase in traffic along the Eastern Bypass and people in our area. Restaurants, as one of the biggest events of the year, is now officially underway at EKU's McBrayer Arena. We are talking about the All-A Classic basketball tournament getting underway today and running through Sunday. The basketball tournament features many smaller schools from across the state of Kentucky, including some of our local teams. The basketball tournament will feature 32 teams from around the state, both boys and girls. The event brings out a lot of money to the county every year, and Channel 9 would like to welcome all the new visitors to our town. If you'd like to keep up with the play-by-play action of the tournament while you're out and about, the Richmond radio stations are broadcasting the entire tournament as they do each year. You can hear all the games on 92.5 FM as well as 103.5 FM. Games are also available on 1340 AM and 1500 AM on WEKY and WKXO here in Madison County. The girls' first round will wrap up today. The boys' first round will happen Thursday, and the games will continue through the rest of the weekend. Stay tuned. Michael Watkins will have much more on today's first round of the tournament on sports coming up later in the newscast. A Wilmore city official has been suspended after being charged with driving under the influence in a city-owned vehicle. Public Works Director David Carlsteed was charged on January the 15th after colliding with a tree. Jessamine County Sheriff deputies report that a breathalyzer allegedly determined a blood alcohol level of 0.205, more than twice the legal limit. COVID-19 cases continue to soar statewide. There were 15,305 new cases reported Tuesday, with a positivity rate at 33%. In Madison County, there were 250 new cases reported, and Estill County reported 13 new cases as well. One man is now dead following an accident that occurred on I-75. The single-car crash Monday evening claimed the life of 63-year-old Barry Lucas. The accident occurred around 6 p.m. at mile marker 72 near the Scott County line. Officials report the vehicle left the roadway, went down an embankment, and then struck a tree where it caught fire. I-64 West was completely shut down at the northern 75-64 split following that collision. If you're in need of school supplies, there are multiple opportunities according to the Richmond Parks and Recreation. Anyone can stop by the Richmond Teen Center at 325 North Estill Avenue with your middle or high schooler student today, January 26th, or tomorrow, the 27th, from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. to pick up school supplies to help finish out the spring semester. If you have questions or you want to make a donation, you can also call 859-623-8753, or you can email parksandrec@richmond.ky.us. News from Estill County. The Estill County Sheriff's Office is needing help to identify the owner of the vehicle you can see in the picture if you're watching along on Channel 9, as well as the driver. It was reported the male driver in this photo has red hair. The vehicle appears to be a Ford Ranger with a black bed and charcoal gray cab. Anyone with information can send Estill County Sheriff's Office a Facebook message, or you can also call dispatch at 606-723-2201. And with that, we're going to take our first break of the day. Don't go anywhere. I can't wait to find out how much colder it's going to get around here right after this.
I'm Michelle. And I'm Jennifer. And in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, We have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Cub Cadet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see you.
Here are some helpful tips to get your house ready for winter. Make sure your filter is changed. Typical locations are at your air handler or furnace, and a filter grill or an air cleaner like this. If you have other accessories on your system, like UV lights or a humidifier, now would be the time to service those. Make sure your ceiling fans are set to clockwise rotation. Go ahead and close those foundation vents. Disconnect your garden hoses from your outdoor spigots. Have Madison HVAC keep you warm this winter. Give us a call at 859-625-1471. And remember, we fix that too.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
Locally family-owned and operated Bluegrass Restoration and Construction is a full-service construction company offering full-service home maintenance. Bluegrass Restoration specializes in wind, fire, and water damage and mold remediation. With 24/7 emergency services, Bluegrass Restoration and Construction is here to serve you during any emergency. All their services are performed in-house with no subcontractors. No job is too big or small for Bluegrass Restoration and Construction. Give them a call at 859-353-1133.
Have you been to Rockin' Robin's yet? We have a large selection of new boutique, gently used clothing and accessories located on 451 Big Hill Avenue. EKU students get 20% off clothing with ID. Purging that closet? Bring those items in for cash on the spot. Rockin' Robin's on Big Hill Avenue. See you there.
Welcome back to Live at 5 on WBON Channel 9. The cold weather, it's got to go. I'm ready for spring. How much longer do we have to wait, and what do we expect the rest of the week? All the details right here with Todd Nelson.
Thanks, Gwendolyn, and welcome back to your Madison HVAC Weather Center. Looking at some chilly conditions overnight tonight. In fact, single-digit wind chill values when you wake up Thursday morning. Clouds will be on the increase in advance of some light snow chances Thursday night and Friday, and there could be some minor snow accumulations during that time period as well. More on that in a second, but looking at the temperatures over the last several days, it certainly has been chilly. Last Friday, though, we were at 25, 17 degrees below average. On Saturday into Sunday, we had a gradual warming trend and above average by a few degrees by Monday. Now, looking out through early February, we might get back to above average levels, or at least a little bit better chance of that, but the same time period could also be a little bit more unsettled in terms of precipitation, so we'll continue to monitor that. The view from north of Richmond on I-75 earlier today showing sunshine. Those clouds again will be on the increase heading into Thursday, but because we have clear skies tonight, you will wake up to some very chilly conditions on Thursday morning. Thursday late afternoon and evening we'll have some light precipitation drift through. Again, Friday we'll have some light snow and maybe some minor accumulations up to or just slightly less than 1 inch. That'll be about it, but it could be just enough to slicken up the roadways. Overnight tonight again with clear skies, temperatures falling through the teens, waking up to readings in the lower teens, but you factor in that wind, and as I mentioned, it may feel more like the single digits heading out the door tomorrow morning. Thursday's daytime highs will be into the low and mid 40s. Clouds thicken up Thursday night into early Friday. We'll have that light snow, but Friday, because of this frontal passage, temperatures then will be dropping down into the lower 30s, so definitely a chillier Friday coming up, and Saturday waking up to 10, 26 for that high, and then a little bit closer to average on Sunday at 41, but then mid 50s return as we slot into next week. Have a good one.
Thanks, Todd. And of course, for weather all the time, you can find it on Channel 9 online. You can check out our Facebook page and WBONTV.com, courtesy of Bluegrass Restoration and Construction. Kentucky is now set to receive close to $14 million in Appalachian Development Highway System funding, according to the latest developments from the governor's office. The money comes from the U.S. Department of Transportation, and the Appalachian Regional Commission determines allocation among the states in accordance with the bipartisan infrastructure law. The Appalachian Development Highway System is a 3,090-mile network of highways linking Appalachia to national interstates that has generated economic development across the region. The system's corridors provide access to regional and national markets, contributing to growth opportunities and improve access in Appalachian counties. A man previously convicted of double murder but then given a get-out-of-jail-free card is now in trouble with the law again. In 2019, then Governor Matt Bevin pardoned Brett Whitaker, who was serving a 20-year sentence for driving drunk and hitting and killing John and Levada Rowland. Monday, Whitaker appeared again before a judge in Rockcastle County to be arraigned on 5 charges, including operating a motor vehicle under the influence of alcohol, possession of methamphetamine, and possession of a handgun by a convicted felon. Whitaker entered a not guilty plea in county court. Well, after having to call off school today in Lee County because the bus driver shortage, the school district now has announced that due to continued staff shortages, school will be called off the remainder of the week. Lee County school districts will be observing NTI days for Thursday and Friday. The district blames the high rise in COVID cases to the declining available teacher and drivers. 2 East Bernstadt residents are now behind bars following an alleged attempted robbery at the Flynn View Market. Police report that Tuesday morning, 37-year-old Regina Lee Neal allegedly entered the store dressed in overalls, wearing a ski mask, and then demanded money from the store clerk. Police were told that she then threatened to shoot the female clerk. The clerk refused, and then Neal ran out to a waiting vehicle driven by 41-year-old William Jennings Francis. Neal is charged with attempted robbery, first degree. And with that, we're going to take another quick break. Don't go anywhere. We've got sports updates coming up right after this, including some scores of the games that are going on right now. We'll see you in just a minute.
I've been asked many times what's really the difference between calling just any plumber or calling a pro at Fast Flow for your underground pipe repairs. Then I got a sweet tooth and it hit me. Here's Maddie and Blake to demonstrate. Most plumbers will dig up your entire yard, making a mess that's costly and unsightly. Fast Flow will dig 2 holes and use the existing pipe as a guide to install the new, stronger liner, and you get a 20-year warranty. It's a piece of cake, right, guys?
Call Pro Fast Flow!
Man Chrysler in Richmond is Truck Town, USA. New trucks, used trucks, little trucks, big trucks, short trucks, long trucks. Hey, that's not a truck. Work trucks and fancy trucks. Who says you can't get a truck? Come on down to Man Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Richmond for your best deal today. Truck Town, USA.
When I started to experience the world from practicing law, it showed me that there's a lot of injustice that can be corrected. We're called personal injury attorneys, but I'm not there for the injury, I'm there for the recovery. And that's what we try to do. We try to help people recover after they've been hurt. If the big firms are going to drop you as soon as your claim entails some kind of work, some kind of additional effort, why not just come to someone who's going to put the work in the first place?
Batteries Unlimited in Richmond can energize you when your batteries fade out. They can also cut and make most home and automobile keys, replace and program key fobs, and make copies of your house keys. Plus, cell phone screen repair. Bring in your Apple or Samsung today. We are your home for all batteries. Go see Chris at Batteries Unlimited, Commercial Drive in Richmond.
The Old West, the way you remember it. Good guys and bad guys.
Come and join us as we watch and talk about the best of the West.
Western movies, TV shows, and more.
Draw Western Theater, Saturdays at 1 p.m.
Here on Richmond's very own Channel 9.
Love is in the air and Valentine's Day is right around the corner. Chenault Vineyards has everything you need for the perfect Valentine's celebration. For just $65, enjoy dinner for two and live music on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. On Valentine's Day Monday, enjoy the murder mystery dinner party for just $85. Chenault Vineyards also has chocolate-covered strawberries available for pickup or delivery and a 4-course menu all 4 nights. Follow Chenault Vineyards on Facebook and Instagram to learn more about the Valentine's Day celebration at Chenault Vineyards in Richmond.
Well, it's an exciting week to be a high school basketball fan if you live in Madison County. There are plenty of games to watch or listen to get a recap of some of those games from earlier today and to preview the other games in town. Here's Michael Watkins with sports.
The All-A Classic State Tournament started this morning in Richmond with the ladies going first today and the entire first round for the boys taking place tomorrow. Earlier today, Jackson County advanced to the second round on Friday with a win over Cumberland County. Abby Gilbert put on a show in the first game of the tournament, scoring 13 points and hauling in 17 rebounds. Madison Curry scored 11 points and added 7 steals as well in the win for the Lady Generals. In other scores from today, Owen County defeated Carlisle County 72-46, and Covington Holy Cross beat Paris 60-36. Don't forget, you can catch every game of the 2022 All-A Classic on our media partners, Y92.5 WEKY and 103.5 WKXO, including the first-round game for the Berea Lady Pirates, who are in action right now. And we will have a recap of that game on tomorrow's newscast. Berea enters their 4th straight All-A Classic State Tournament with eyes on doing more than just enjoying their time there. Last year, in a modified version of the tournament, Lady Pirates made it all the way to the semifinals, in which they lost to Walton Verona 56-18. Berea actually got to host 2 first-round games of last year's All-A State Tournament due to COVID restrictions at EKU before playing that semifinal game against Walton Verona at Alumni Coliseum. Lady Pirates will need a much better shooting performance if they hope to advance in this year's tournament. In that game versus Walton Verona last year, Berea shot just 17.5%, going 7 of 40 from the field. But this year's team is much different. Berea has shown a huge uptick in confidence this season and have only lost 1 game to in-state competition. All of us here at WBON TV would like to wish the Lady Pirates good luck, and good luck to all the teams competing in this year's All-A Classic State Tournament, and welcome to Richmond. The All-A Classic isn't the only place to find good basketball this week. Tonight, Madison Southern hosts Somerset as they try to regroup after a tough loss to North Laurel last night. The Eagles are still trying to prove themselves and show that they can make a run in the 11th region, which is something Austin Newton talked about to us on Monday during the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show.
We talk about it as a staff a lot, in years past, when I was growing up and even 7, 8, 10 years ago, there were always 2 or 3 teams in the 11th region that you just knew you weren't going to beat. They were just that good. And we've still got great teams in this region, but it's to a point now where it is open. And I think Scott County showed that a couple of years ago when they went into the regional tournament with a losing record and ended up winning it. So it's not the 11th region of the past where you got those 2 or 3 just teams that you can't beat. They're that much better. It is a little more open these last few years, and we feel like we've got a good mix and a good chance to be right in there with them.
For WBON TV Sports, I'm Michael Watkins.
Thanks, Michael, for that sports update. And just another note, Berea is up 11-5 after the first quarter against Owensboro Catholic. And just a reminder also that if you'd like to listen to those games, we have them all right here. We have those on 92.5 and 103.5. Go ahead and take a listen after the news, of course. And we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back after this message.
If you love local sports, then you'll love the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Join Samantha Burford and myself, Michael Watkins, each Monday on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show as we break down, recap, and preview the sports in our area. Hear from coaches, players, and more from Central, Southern, Berea, Model, EKU, and more each Monday from 6 to 7 on WBON TV Channel 9. The Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show is also brought to you by the Law Office of Patrick O'Neill, Nuevo Vallarta, and Bishop Small Engine Repair.
Hi, I'm John Leeds, owner-operator of Leeds Fine Jewelry. We take family heirlooms and create something new. We fix broken jewelry. We can make anything you want. 1 and 2 day service. We have chain repairs starting at $25 and we have ring sizing starting at $45. Kentucky agate charms are Georgia and Ohio. We're located at 108 East Main Street in downtown beautiful Richmond, Kentucky, and there's always plenty of parking. We're nationally known and locally owned. Come see us at Leeds Fine Jewelry.
The mission at H2 Health is to create a healthcare environment where their employees and clients love to be. They offer a wide range of services including physical therapy, occupational therapy, a chronic pain program, wellness and fitness programs, dry needling, and more. H2 Health is here to get you back in the game and feeling your best with locations in Richmond, Berea, and more. Visit h2health.com to learn more and get started today at H2 Health. Choose Mercy Health, Markham and Wallace Hospital for your health care. Consider having your preventative care such as a CT lung screening, a mammogram, or a colonoscopy at Markham and Wallace Hospital. You can feel safe to come to the hospital campus. Following CDC guidelines, our care team is doing everything possible to ensure your safety and well-being. For more information about Markham and Wallace Hospital, call 606-723-2115 or visit mercy.com.
When perfect is in the air, you can feel it. Presenting the new Ultimate Comfort System from Lennox, the most advanced heating and air conditioning system ever.
Call 859-779-0122 now and get the best Lennox home comfort systems at a price you'll love. That's affordable heating and air at 859-779-0122 or online at affordableheating-air.com.
Up your indoor entertaining game by calling the audio-video experts at Dr. Stereo. Give your man cave an upgrade and watch sports like you're right on the field. Add warmth to any room with new custom lighting systems from Dr. Stereo. Control everything, including custom lighting, projection systems, and surround sound from your phone or tablet. Dr. Stereo can turn any living space into an awesome man cave. Call Dr. Stereo for a consultation today. For sales, service, and installation, call the experts at Dr. Stereo.
Welcome back to Live at 5 on WBON Channel 9. If you're looking to further your education, well, look no further. The Estill County Board of Education announces that the Kentucky Adult Education is temporarily offering free GED tests. First-time test takers are slated to save $120. The GED test date in Estill County is set for Saturday, February the 19th. If you need more information, you can email mary.fields@estill.kyschools.us. We're going to take a very brief look at the COVID numbers from around the state. We are sitting at 234.66 for the current overall incidence rate for the entire state of Kentucky. And a couple of things to note, we have 5 counties that are under 100% with 14 counties that are above 300%. Taking a look at the immediate area, Madison at 245.7. Very high numbers there. It looks like Clark County in the 200s at 215. Fayette at 248. Jessamine looks like 285. Garrett at 230. Those are some of the big numbers. Some real big numbers over in western Kentucky. Hopkins County 415. Muhlenberg County 404. McCracken County 396. If you are not feeling well, good time to get tested. You can get tested tomorrow in McKee at the White House Clinic there between 9 and 5:30. Richmond, the Big Hill Christian Church, 9 to 5:30. And Mount Vernon at the White House Clinic, 9 to 5. And of course, the White House Clinics also have vaccinations and boosters available to anyone 5 and older. You can call now 1-855-WHA-PPTS. And with that, say goodbye to another Live at 5. Don't forget, those All A games are on our Richmond radio stations. We'll be right back here tomorrow at 5. Have a great afternoon. Bye.